Los Angeles, the city of stars, the home of dreams and scandals, of triumphs and downfalls, but above all, the city of moments that change destinies. This Friday, under the lights of Dodger Stadium, one of those moments might be about to happen. And perhaps the protagonist won't be a seasoned veteran or the franchise's most recognizable face. Maybe it will be a 22-year-old kid from the other side of the world. Someone who has learned the hard way what it means to carry the weight of a nation and an entire fan base on his shoulders. ROKI SASAKI, a name that just a few months ago was simply another on the Dodgers rotation list, has now become synonymous with hope, redemption, and rebirth. And if there's one thing that defines the Dodgers' 2025 story, it's exactly that. Their ability to reinvent themselves, to find strength where no one else believed existed. Before we dive into the details, if you live for baseball, if you feel every strike and take every out personally, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. Do you believe ROKI SASAKI is the right man to close the game that sends the Dodgers to the World Series? Because what's at stake tonight isn't just a ticket to finals. It's the weight of an entire season that began with doubt, criticism, and pressure, and can now end with a roar of glory echoing across California. Dave Roberts confirmed to press. ROKI SASAKI is available in the bullpen for Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. The Dodgers lead the series 3-0 over the Milwaukee Brewers, the team with the best record of the season, a team that for months seemed untouchable. But now, they stand on the brink of elimination at the hands of a roster many had already written off. Yet that lead, that 3-0 that looks so comfortable, hides deep scars. Because the Dodgers know the pain of arrogance. They know what it's like to be too close to glory and watch it slip away. They know what it feels like to be the favorite and end up in the quiet of the locker room after another early exit. That's why Roberts wants no complacency. He wants to finish the series with authority. And to do that, he's willing to risk everything, including the physical and emotional limit of a rookie who has never pitched on consecutive days. ROKI SASAKI has never done that. Never pitched back-to-back games. And now, in the most important game of the season, he might be called upon to seal the series. It's a brutal test, both physically and mentally. And that's exactly why Roberts believes in him. Because ROKI has already survived something even harder, his own disappointment. When he arrived in MLB, Sasaki was treated like a phenomenon, the prodigy from Japan with a 102 miles per hour fastball and potential that left even veterans in awe. The Dodgers introduced him as a future, a fresh face for a franchise defined by excellence. But the beginning was anything but perfect. In 8 starts, he posted a 4.72 ERA. His control was shaky, his confidence fragile. But the pressure grew, and when his right shoulder started to hurt, the inevitable happened. Injury, injured list, silence. It was there, away from the team, far from the cameras and the spotlight, that the real transformation of ROKI SASAKI began. Alone, with the echo of the empty stadium in his mind and the shadow of doubt over his future, he had to ask himself, who do I want to be? The talent was undeniable, but MLB is unforgiving. It's a league that crushes promise and tests every player's mental strength. And it was there, between rehab sessions and long hours of mental training, that he decided to rebuild himself. During that time off, ROKI worked not just on his body but on his mind. He fine-tuned his mechanics, learned to control the pace of his game, face his flaws instead of hiding them. And when he came back, he wasn't the same kid who had arrived from Japan full of excitement. He was a competitor shaped by pain, an athlete who had learned that resilience matters more than velocity, and that true control doesn't come from the arm. It comes from the mind. Dave Roberts saw it immediately. His growth hasn't been linear, the manager said, but he reflected, recovered, and came back ready to compete. No one could have predicted him in this role back in April or May. That quote says it all. Because Roberts, so often criticized for his decisions, saw something in Sasaki that few others did, maturity. And that maturity started to show in the results. Since his return, ROKI has become the most reliable arm in the Dodgers bullpen. A team that has spent months suffering from inconsistency finally found peace in a rookie's arm. And in baseball, that's rare. His postseason numbers speak for themselves. A 1.29 ERA, 7 innings pitched, just 1 earned run, 3 saves, and 4 games closed. He's become a symbol of calm under pressure. Every time he steps on the mound, the atmosphere shifts, the stadium quiets, cameras focus, fans hold their breath. And the most impressive part? He retired the first 15 batters he faced at home in his postseason career. 15. Not a single one reached base. A feat that places him alongside legends like Don Larson and Jim Lonborg, 2 icons of MLB history. But beyond the stats, there's something more subtle, a different energy. Because unlike many young players who crumble under pressure, Sasaki seems fueled by it. Every cheer, every boo, every expectation only seems to make him stronger. He carries an almost supernatural calm. His eyes locked in, his breathing steady, his body aligned with every motion. There's something poetic about watching him pitch. And at the same time, there's the weight of risk. Pitching on consecutive days is something even veterans avoid. The human body isn't built for it. The shoulder, the tendons, the elbow, they all suffer. And Roberts knows one wrong move could cost dearly. But he also knows greatness never comes without risk. For For him, this isn't just a tactical decision. It's emotional. It's a chance to turn a player into a symbol, an act of trust, a gesture that says, you're part of this. And if all goes right, it will be remembered as the moment a Japanese rookie sealed the Dodgers' ticket to the World Series. The bullpen, once seen as a team's weakness, has been reborn around Roki. His presence brought balance, and the other relievers began to respond. The team started trusting the process again. The position players, Mookie Betts, Freeman, Will Smith, began to play looser. The mood shifted. The pressure that once suffocated them turned into purpose. And that change goes far beyond performance. It shows what baseball truly is, a game of cycles, of highs and lows, of heroes who emerge when all seems lost. Dave Roberts understands that. He was once the improbable hero himself, with that legendary stolen base in 2004 for the Red Sox. And maybe that's why he sees in Sasaki a reflection of his own journey, an underestimated player, facing doubt, trying to prove he belongs. Roberts' tone with the press was calm, almost philosophical. His growth hasn't been linear, he repeated. But what he's done, the way he's recovered, says everything about who he is. Between the lines, it's more than praise. It's admiration. It's pride. And above all, it's the awareness that baseball is a cruel sport, one where talent is only the first step. The rest is endurance. The Dodgers know this could be their season of redemption. After so many October heartbreaks, so many series lost in the details, this team feels different, more cohesive, more mature, and curiously more human. Because Roki's story isn't an isolated one. It symbolizes the spirit of the entire team. Think about it. A team that started the year with a collapsing bullpen and questions about its future is now one win away from returning to the World Series. And the piece that turned it all around is a kid who was once injured, doubted, and is now stepping in as closer on the biggest stage imaginable. It's hard not to feel emotional about that. Every time Roki takes the mound, he seems to carry an entire country. Japan watches him. MLB fans study him. Dodgers fans adore him. He is, at once, promise and reality, hope and pressure. And when he throws, the sound of the ball slicing through the air feels louder. The motion is clean, almost hypnotic. Batters stare, unable to believe the precision. The crowd roars, but he doesn't react. Total focus. No wasted movement. No words. Just a game. Baseball is made of moments like these, when time slows down and destiny is decided in seconds. And tonight, when the clock hits first pitch in Game 4, that's what's at stake. The chance to make history. If the Dodgers win, they secure their spot in the World Series. If they lose, the weight shifts back onto their shoulders. And in the middle of it all will be Roki Sasaki, the rookie who dared to defy the script. Dodgers fans, this is the kind of story that makes you believe again. Because baseball isn't just about stats. It's about human journeys. About how someone can fall, be doubted, and still come back stronger than ever. So if you feel that passion, if your heart races with every strike, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Would you let Roki close a clinching game? Or would you save him for a possible Game 5? I want to know what you think. Because tonight, every fan is part of this story. And maybe, when it's all over, when the confetti falls and the cameras fade, we'll look back and say, it was there, on that October night under the lights of Dodger Stadium, that a legend named Roki Sasaki was born.